Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my channel. Why don't you guys have some breakfast with me? I'm having some dinner rolls and eggs. Today, I'm going to talk about the Amen Clinic, AMEN, and I might be pronouncing that wrong. Um, but I'm calling it the Amen Clinic because I actually heard about it through my church. One Sunday after church, they had a guest speaker. This woman was talking about the Amen Clinic via a Zoom call, and so I was really proud of my church for bringing in someone, a guest speaker, to talk about mental health, because for some reason I feel like a lot of Black churches try to stay away from the topic of mental illness, I guess because of the stigma that's attached to it. So I was really, proud of my church for bringing in this speaker. I thought it was, I had been thinking, since I heard the presentation, which I was really impressed with the speaker. Like I said, I thought it was related to church, amen. But it comes to find out, the clinic is named after the person who created it, a doctor, and his last name is spelled Amen. And so the guest speaker, I was really impressed with her. She had, when she was either in high school or college, she was playing soccer and she had a concussion. And so not long after that, she started experiencing like symptoms of like bipolar. And then she ended up being diagnosed with bipolar, and then she was on medication for bipolar. And so, like a lot of people that are on like antipsychotic medications, they may be alive, but they're not really thriving. They are not living the life. They're not living their best life being on antipsychotic medications. And so that was her experience with that. And then somehow she found out about the Amen Clinic, and she said it turned her life around. And now she's married, she has 2 kids, and she is living her best life. So I was impressed with her. And then I have also visited their website, which is amenclinic.com. And I'm also really impressed with the website. So I had created a video about the Amen Clinic. And if anybody has heard of this clinic or have engaged with the clinic, please drop a comment in the comment section, because I'm curious to know how that went for you. But anyway, yes. So the web page is really impressive. When you look at it, what they offer, to me, it looks like what a mental wellness clinic or mental health care clinic should look like. So they do like a scan of the brain. I guess that would be called an MRI. So they look at the brain, and then they also do like a complete physical workup, so they can check other things to make sure that the diagnosis is correct, and then they proceed with treatment. And then they also offer therapy. So if they do what they say they do, I think that I thought it was worth mentioning. And so I had created the video, but before I submitted it for release, I did some additional research. And so, among other things, I went to ChatGTP to see what they had to say about it. And then I also read the reviews on the Amen Clinic website. So when it came to the reviews, on a scale of 1 to 5, the average review was a 3.5. So I don't know about you all, but if I'm going to buy something from like Amazon, I read the reviews. And even though there might be a lot of good reviews, if I see too many negative ones, then I will go with another product. And so some of the reviews were good, but some of them were not that great. And so some people were saying that, they had to pay $5,000. I don't know if that would be covered by insurance or not. But then after they paid the $5,000, they said they got charged for other things that they thought would be included in the $5,000. And then some people said, they paid $5,000 and then they had invested that much money. They didn't want to stop the program because they had invested so much money, but they weren't necessarily happy with the treatment that they were getting. So anyway, I trashed that video and I decided to do another one. I still want to put the information about the Amen Clinic out there so you can do your own research and then decide what you want to do. If they don't do what they say, that's unfortunate, but I do think that it could serve as a good model, going forward if our government does decide to invest taxpayer money into really helping people with mental illness to get them off the street, because a lot of people that are homeless, they're homeless because they have a mental illness. A lot of people that are in the jails, in prison, they're there because of a mental illness. So instead of them being homeless, instead of them being in jail or in prison, if they could get some serious help, I think the model of what the Amen Clinic looks like is a good example of what should happen to treat people that are diagnosed with a mental illness. So anyway, at this point, I would just say, do your research and look into it, read the reviews, and it may be something that you're interested in the future if you, because there are some good reviews. There are some good reviews. So I'm just putting it out there for something for you to look at for yourself or for a loved one. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe because that's what's needed to get this channel rolling. And I hope you guys have a great Monday. And until the next video, I'll see you next time.